Greetings once more. So, me tales continue, of course, and our pirate friends continue their adventures. Alkenstar, a place so far from where they've been before, it's almost alien to them. And of course, there are many more places to travel to, adventures to have, things to take care of. Certainly this isn't the first and only international stop they'll be making. When you're working yourselves to be the lord of a new area, overthrow the old rule, well, there's a lot of work to be put in. And our pirates, they got their work cut out for us. So sit down, continue to enjoy, and enjoy the drinks. They're not on the house, but maybe you can pour me another. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hello. Honestly, I might turn my video off today because I was a little headachy earlier, but I'm okay now. But like, I'm not going to do that. But I'll think about that. I'll just get started for now, and if I mysteriously become just a symbol, that's why. Anyway, hi everybody. Hope you're enjoying your what's today's Wednesday. I really kind of do. It's weak. Well, I mean, there was a big conversation that we were having that made us later today, okay? We technically been live for 6 minutes. Technically. Well, we've been live a little longer if OBS would actually function for once. Grumble. Yes. It's a perfect it's a perfect program with no flaws that constantly works. Especially when I just like, oh hey, let's just, click on not this window. Oh look, everybody disappeared when I accidentally clicked on the wrong window. And opened up over Discord. Anyway. Hi. Anyway, well, if you missed last time, come on. Check these things out. Watch us. Join us. It's really fun. Yeah, come on. Just, check it out. Plenty of cool episodes. Check it out. Plenty of good episodes. But our group here ended up in Alkenstar and effectively have made some deals in Alkenstar of trade. And working out those deals, a little fine print and stuff like that. But we have one more thing to do here in Alkenstar, and then it's journeying back to the Shackles and continuing the various adventures of the list of things that have to be taken care of. There's a nice list. I guess that's the order you can do it in. It's an order. Just deal with those wheels. At least they're not meals on wheels. What is going on with us? It sounds normal. Alright, were you going to have whatever conversation we're going to have here, or are you going to wait until you get back to the Shackles? You... when I incinerated that random guy just because he looked at me funny? Good times. I'm gonna try something there. See what this does. Does this mess with things horribly? It does. It does mess with things. Ooh, I can just put that up.
Stop.
You're welcome. I'm quiet.
Sorry, Lightning just DM'd me like, hey, I don't hear anything on stream.
Alright, so did they not hear anything I just said?
No, they didn't hear anything. They did not hear the most eloquent thing Yaalkol ever said.
Alright, so
I'm just gonna lie back. You know what? Okay, look, I'm just gonna do this, and I'm just gonna do this. I don't exist right now. I'm gonna slide back.
TLDR.
All right, okay, cool.
Wants to end slavery.
Oh god.
Yes,
in the shackles.
in short, I would my goal is to end slavery in the shackles. I want to put together a force to start that process sooner rather than later with the money I've accrued. I don't know how to do that. We've put together a ship, and I know that we can just buy ships and put dudes on them, and they could just start attacking people. But I don't think that's the best way to do this. You know, I think having a fighting force that actually knows what they're doing. I saw what we did in those battles when we had smart people who were making the decisions. I saw the fact that even when we were on our back heels sometimes, we ended up winning. So what I want to do is to find someone who can train a small force into something better. But I don't know how to do that. So that's kind of where I'm coming to you guys.
Wait. I'm not sure I really understood that last part. You want to, like, hire people to what? Train the slaves to fight?
No. I want to make a number of I want to, like, get ships, right?
Okay,
I want to make those ships fight like attack the slave ships and then free the slaves. They're not going to do anything. Like, I mean, they're going to do whatever they want, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we could always, buy some ships, shoot them out with cannons and trusted people.
the thing is, like, how many we can put trusted people on there, but they're not going to know how to. I've heard of this place. My sister used to. She for a while was some type of like diplomat or a talkie person in Gaul, and there's this place called Andorra that she used to that she was aware of, that apparently they had some sort of fighting force that specialized in this sort of thing. At least
Misty will kind of clear her throat. Well, if you mean to defeat slavery, allying the Shining Kingdom wouldn't be a mistake.
it's just
Well, I only posit the one tension is that we might be able to get people potentially trained there, but we don't want to hire some Andorrans to come down and end the problems we have in the shackles. That's not a good image. If we want to do it, we have to solve it with people from the shackles as our effort. You know what I mean? Not an effort of some other force. If you want to end something like slavery,
people in the shackles, that are against this, or in the
Yeah,
shackles for themselves.
But we
no,
might
but
want
we
to.
met several to have
Yes.
that would fight.
We might want to play this close to our chest until we are victorious and take over the council, because there are those also that may stand in our way and cause more problems before we get our chance.
No, I'm tired of waiting. We always wait. We always sit around. We always talk about doing stuff. And while we're doing that, people are out there, they're living the type of hell that we were living at. Not all of you were here at the beginning. You don't understand. This is personal. I'm tired
not
of waiting.
saying don't start making moves about it. I'm just saying play it close to your chest.
And that's fine.
We do have to beat the Hurricane King before we can do anything big.
That's fine. I understand we gotta work small, but there's something small we can do. There's something we can do.
Look,
And I'm asking you guys to help me figure it out.
Yeah, I'm okay with. Look, how about this? We buy 2 ships, get them crewed of people, and we make a deal. We find an Andorran and make a deal. If they have some special measures for this or training, maybe we could pay them to train the people we get. So it's still an effort from the shackles, not Andorra. Because if anything, if there's anything true by everyone from the shackles, that they are very resistant against anyone enforcing anything on them, especially from people outside the shackles.
All right. You're right. All right.
But we can start trying to figure out the right people to talk. But we have to get home first.
I'm heading in that direction eventually, anyways. I could make a stop, if you wish.
Yes, that would be awesome. Thank you, Misty.
I do have something I would like to posit as well, and I know it's something that at least 2 of you may not enjoy.
Oh?
The direction the shackles is heading, regardless of who's in charge, is unsustainable and dangerous. It needs to be civilized.
What do you mean by civilized?
Yeah, like if civilization
A
is
nation
challenged,
of
like that.
piracy cannot sustain itself forever. It will inherently crumble. You need to put in place proper institutions and create a more stable and centralized nation.
Yeah, fat chance of ever happening.
Then history will repeat itself, and you will go the way of bones.
Well, hold on.
Unlikely that.
Let's talk this out for a moment, because I'm not going to pretend like when I was growing up, I didn't think it might be nice if not every night I was worried about getting knifed in the street. So let's talk this out for a second before we just dismiss it completely,
Well,
out of hand.
we could do something, but there's no chance we end piracy in the shack. Not in our lifetimes, at least.
Okay, well, I don't live that long, so maybe we just shoot for a shorter term goal. If we
Okay, I'm going to use
You don't know how long-
Jacub to help here because there is something that I think could be said that Jacub can add.
Oh shit.
Hey,
Joe,
Jacub will mention, I'm just going to give this information here, that historically there are nations that have things like, because he does have a huge history, that have things like legalized pirates, aka privateers, that hold on more enemy nations, a lot of times more than that. Also, there are nations that would technically be considered chaotic, but they are still nations with laws.
Yeah.
Myste
Well,
would
to
agree
be
with that.
clear, Revia's contention isn't that you can't have a chaotic nation. It's just that ending piracy in the Shackles is just not feasible.
Piracy doesn't need to be ended. It just needs to be more centralized and more controlled.
and
I mean,
I like
yeah, we can
centralized
figure
control.
something out, right? We can make promises to merchants, right? Like, if you merchants pay, like that nation to the south, that from the Blood Cove or whatever, they pay the Shackles a tithe, so we don't pirate their shit. If we just do that on a broader scale to more people,
Many
that
pirate
already
lords
helps the problem.
would likely be more than happy to accept other nations' gold to go off and plunder their enemies.
This
Don't
is the
have to
problem.
eliminate piracy itself. Just make it more controlled. Package it and sell it to other people.
I mean, we could try, but that's gonna take decades and decades and decades to get anything actually going. Changes
Okay.
aren't quick. So, but we could. I mean, that's the conclusion to this. Obviously, the current system doesn't
That
work.
doesn't
We want
sound
to
like a
end
no.
slavery. I've never said no. I said we're just not going to end piracy, probably ever in the Shackle.
Yeah.
It's a place. It's an archipelago, full of islands, a perfect land to pirate.
The root cause of piracy is poverty. I read in this
Oh,
book
no.
somewhere
That's
that
that's not
apparently if a bunch of workers
true.
get together, then they can take over something that's called the means of production. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. I don't
You
know what
know,
that is yet. But once I figure it
doesn't-
out, I think
well,
we're on to
that doesn't-
something here.
It's
That doesn't
Shackle's
apply in
great.
this case.
It's Shackle's great leap forward.
Yeah, sadly, that doesn't apply in this case because people aren't pirating from poverty.
Yeah,
They're pirating
also-
because they get rich.
I'm just
Well, it sounds like their material
Also, look-
conditions.
Look, points at Shackles. What production?
Yeah, what? That's the true
That
answer.
was-
What
so-
production?
So out of the game, that's really the thing we have to resolve before we stop piracy in the Shackles. Like, what the fuck
Is to
do they
make-
produce?
To make strong ingrown industries, yeah.
Rum.
Like, none of
Introduce
us know
pirate.
this. None of us have that type of acumen, right? We're not fucking
Oh yeah.
business
Like, where's the
people.
5-year plans, baby?
Like I love this out of character because it's like the group is people who know only piracy and a monarchist.
Yeah, like there's none of us know that like to stop piracy is we gotta give people really good jobs. Like that's just not a concept I think any of us believe. That's for some other smart people to tell us.
I'm sorry,
They're
the bit
like-
at the end is very much a joke. That was Yaalkol is not
Yeah,
turning
thank
into
you.
Karl Marx.
I did like the idea of Jarl Marx Yaalkol.
Jarl
Jarl Marx, oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. Okay.
To go past it a little bit.
Oh, he left.
with
He will not tolerate communists in this chat.
Rest in peace.
Wait,
But welcome back, Momo.
oh,
You died for a minute.
Discord crashed.
oh.
But
Discord!
to
Discord!
get back on point. Yeah, the plan I think has always been to I guess with the word you use, centralize a bit, because we obviously, if we want to end slavery, there has to be more authority, because we're not going to end it by being like, hey, you stop, and then raiding their ships, right? We'll figure out other ways of doing it. And we don't want a Bonefist ever in charge again. He's a pathetic loser, and the only way to do that is by, making it so no Bonefist can just kill the leader and get in charge.
Perhaps maybe a little bit less, murder in the streets.
My sister.
That's not actually that common. I'll be honest. It just seems common because we do a lot of murdering in the street.
Also, you visit places where it is common.
Yeah, I've lived in Port Peril most of my life, and I only saw 4 people get stabbed in my life before that.
You guys want to hear a really funny joke that my sister told me?
I did kill one of them.
My sister told me that we should make it so the people get to decide. I'm sorry, it's making me laugh just saying it.
That idea.
Wait,
what?
The pathetic, weak people that can't do anything.
The guys that don't have teeth.
What?
They want those guys to decide.
Bro, the
probably
kid
decide to make
swing a
everybody
sword?
eat applesauce or something.
Yeah,
These guys have
that's
teeth.
obviously unsustainable.
Yeah.
You gotta have a powerful leader.
Exactly. Someone who can sort of take control, take the reins.
Yeah, someone that has the confidence of battle behind them. You know what I mean?
I'm glad they were all sort of on the same page. I know we have different disagreements, but that's kind of what the whole point's gonna be. We're gonna want to set up a whole council of people. I know that only one of us is gonna actually be the Hurricane King, but that's kind of dumb. I don't like the whole king system. Whoever, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be one of us, but we can set up a whole council thing, kind of like they have now, but less other people being around, and more just us and maybe a couple people we like. It's just to sort of keep stability and the appearance that other people have to say.
There's power I'm not personally in favor of wielding myself.
Don't worry, Myste. You'd never be Hurricane Queen. It just...
No. Well, first off, the title needs to be abolished for this nation to even go forward.
No, probably not. How it's required, maybe, but Hurricane King is just the title of the king of the Shackled. And abolishing it seems unnecessary. Is it not the same? It's the same thing as the Empress Throne or whatever. I'm sure she has a bunch of stupid titles.
To the Empress Throne?
No, my point is that she has a bunch of stupid titles, right? It's just the Hurricane King is the title. He's still gonna be a king.
Do you think when you're the Hurricane King, you can get a bunch of different titles? I've heard some people have 100 titles.
Yes.
And so it takes 5 minutes to announce them when they're coming in. That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, but no one in the Shackles would have ever spend that much time talking about your titles. They would say the first 3 and then give. Yeah, but pirates aren't known to being patient.
Pirates. You're right. We do need to civilize this place, so they'll say my titles.
Yaalkol, you're not patient.
And then Yaalkol just starts laughing.
She rolls her eyes, having judged this as her not being taken seriously.
I think that we agree that things need to be changed drastically here. How they will change and how quickly is going to depend on how much control we could wrest when we take over the Hurricane King position. Because when we take over the council, we're going to need a couple people who aren't in our inner circle to be on the council. Otherwise, I don't think we're going to get widespread, recognition.
Well, I'll be honest. I think we should not worry about these very complicated political setups about after we defeat the Hurricane King till we actually defeat the Hurricane King.
We need this to defeat the Hurricane King, really, because if he has a power base, then it doesn't really matter. He's going to just be able to, even if we can physically defeat the man, we're going to be outnumbered. No one's going to vote for us, and we're just going to put some other asshole on the throne.
Well, yeah. Remember, that's what the plan already is, to get people to vote, or show up, and then we have to convince the vote of no confidence. And then we have to, and then afterwards, we have to run a cycle to try to get elected. And then we will probably have to fight him because he won't resign willingly.
Well, then Misty has something that she has to do here, so I'm just gonna. I've said my piece. We kind of have an idea of what we're gonna do. I appreciate you guys listening. Misty, thank you for talking to us. I think that we need
Momo's not here.
I am what? I'm literally right here.
I was gonna say.
You never said you were back in chat, okay?
What?
You said you were back. You never said you're back.
That was a long time ago.
That was at the start of the session.
That? Oh.
Yes.
That just popped up for me. I'll be honest. Like Rule 20 just had that pop up.
That's hilarious.
So blame Rule 20 on that one, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Misty, I think we agree on some of the directions that where this place needs to go. I don't know if I 100% agree with all the things that you're going to want to do with the shackles, but you're going to have a large say. You've had a large hand in what we've done here, so.
I don't expect any of you to agree with what I want. What I want would be considered radical on most scales.
I like radical.
Yeah.
Radical's fun.
Not that. Not Misty's radical. The opposite of fun. But we could push in that direction, sure. You know, if we want to actually make something happen, we can't go too radical because we don't actually have enough support for that. And unless you want to start killing a bunch of pirate lords,
which is why you should never have me in a position of power.
Honestly, that's why I want.
I
you
know
to
what I would
power,
do,
but
if I was in his position.
yeah, that's why you're not gonna be, because we're not gonna start killing a bunch of pirate lords. Except Sornash, because he very much deserves it.
He would be the first.
We're gonna kill a few pirate lords. Let's be clear. There's gonna be small purging.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Small scale purging.
100%. Yeah, but that's like, you know, like we're gonna, you know, it's a little different because to get Misty's dream shackles, I imagine we have to kill like 85% of the pirate lords until they start surrendering their power. Anyway, I'm gonna order some more drinks.
I
One on the house?
I should get sleep. I have a meeting in the morning.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
All right, so you'll finish your conversation in your next morning. Misty,
Yeah.
you will be escorted to Dungan Hold, where you are meeting with the higher-ups within the, which engineering guild did I say it was?
I think it was the Mithril something.
Yes, I have to look
Mithril
at...
Coil, I think.
The Mithril Coil, that's right. Thank you. Sorry, it's trying to remember my stuff sometimes without having to look it up quickly or scroll through things. Anyway, so you'll be accompanied by the dwarf, which has been basically, I wouldn't say mentoring you, but the one of the main dwarfs that's been kind of like egging you along, putting you into positions where you're doing things, you know, kind of giving you the jobs. And will accompany you on a little bit of a ride to the north to Dungan Hold, because Dungan Hold is still outside of Alkenstar proper. It's not super far, but it is a little bit of a jaunt. So it's you'll take a wagon that will take you into the kind of more mountainous regions outside of Alkenstar, up into the stronghold of Dungan Hold, which the stronghold itself is kind of two bits. There's the outside in a lot of ruin, where you see is now buildings are being rebuilt and stuff like that, but you can tell that there had been a long period of time the region had been in ruin, and whatever great aspect of this dwarven sky citadel had been there was destroyed probably by the creation of the mana wastes. A lot of there are dwarves here, but certainly a lot more humans and stuff. And you'll be escorted in through a large set of gates deep into the mountainous side of the hold itself, deep underground into some of the main caverns, where it is these larger caverns where some of the city areas are built into them and carved into the stone itself, as if some of these might be natural caverns, others are ones that have just been carved out of the mountain where these facilities have been placing. You'll eventually be escorted through this wonder of architecture, because again, it's old dwarven architecture, and it's lasted for thousands of years, and it is impressive that, the work they do. Certainly, dwarven architects and their stone engineers are an impressive lot. And in a, I'd say, fairly simple building within this area, kind of like being accompanied through the streets, you'll be kind of like taken out of, like, you kind of get out of the cart. A number of things that were in the cart with you are being dropped off at this building as you'll be escorted inside. And you'll be escorted to a room where it looks as though there is a man, a dwarven man, and a dwarven woman, and they're both kind of like working at these desks covered in all kinds of papers and kind of things like that, and kind of jotting down some stuff there. Did I give you the name of the dwarf that was meeting with you? Let me give him one quickly. Then he's Jad Crumdid. There you go.
Oh, what a name.
You're welcome.
Crumdid. Fair enough.
Hmm?
The beautiful man.
Indeed.
I can picture him exactly what he looks like in my
mind. He'll go, and it'll be like he'll kind of clear his throat. It'll be a few minutes before one of the two will respond, and the man will kind of look up first. The dwarven man is kind of like they both appear to probably be like middle old aged dwarfs. Kind of like the man has kind of like you can see like the kind of speckled gray in the beard, kind of taking away some of the color. And he'll be like, "Jad, when did you get here?" Big lot. Here we go. That's gonna be their names.
God.
You're welcome.
These are Calder Skate NPCs.
You're welcome. What is it you want? So that's a very bad woman name, woman voice, but anyway. Jad's here! Oh! Has he brought everything we need? Jad, you bring everything we need. Not why I'm here. Here because of this one.
Myste will give an awkward wave.
That's a very tall halfling.
Not wrong. Might be very tall for a halfling.
I wasn't... Did you get any of the messages that were sent to you? You'll see the one... I put your mail over there, Elgrad. Oh. Hill's gonna check through stuff and be like, ah, yes! It'll pick up a message which seems to be like an envelope, obviously still sealed.
Of course, naturally. This is me. This is me in real, actual life.
Aha! Excellent! Great! When will I be expecting you?
Misty will look to Jad.
Jad's got this look of like... we're here now. I was working on some new projects, but I guess we can discuss things. What is it that you wanted to talk about? Working with the guild. Yes, what'd you say your name was? Wait a second here. Bert! No, that's not, Bert, so what do you think about joining the guild, Bert? That's not the name that...
Well, I wouldn't be opposed to joining the guild. And it's Misty.
Alright then. Misty Bert. Well, what's your plans for with the guild? Misty Bert. Wasn't there so... Did we get a letter about a Misty Bert? Yes, that's one over there. We had to open it. Yes. Are you happen to be related to a Misty... Curtov?
That's me, yes.
Oh! I know how some of you, tall halflings have, middle names. Okay. Well, Misty Bert Curtov. Keep it official on the records. Anyway, seems though you were planning on opening up a international branch of some form of guild. That's strange. Do we have to talk to the queen about this? No, I'm sorry. Do we have to talk to the king about this?
Well,
I don't know. I don't think she really cares. I think we have to talk to the king about this.
Well, I am in possession of the location of an Aslanti ruin.
That's very interesting. Oh, I see here. Expedition. Alright, sure. We'll fund a branch of our guild traveling to your isle, and we'll forge a expedition team to your ruins. Excellent. Chad, do you think you can run that? No, I'm busy with my... Great! Also, check in with the High King. Make sure it's all on board with us doing expeditions and stuff. We don't want to piss off the Keepers of the Skyflame. They hate a lot of this stuff. Don't worry about it, though. You halflings are liked about. Not like those humans. Come along, Misty.
Misty will follow
Misty
Dad.
Bird, the tall halfling.
Misty Bird,
It's
the
gonna
tall
be my-
halfling.
It's my character in the next game I play. They will not be any way related to this Misty. There will be nothing personality-wise, character-wise that we're related to, but somewhere else on this world.
Misty, the completely straight-faced character, constantly dealing with the most absurd situations.
I'm sorry about Elgrad. Honestly, he's never left the hold.
It's no worries. I've met stranger people.
And as you can see, even from our small group that lives in here in these caverns here, there's not many humans or otherwise that have come in. And I think the only other people he's met are halflings. So.
Well,
Disgusting.
It's not a worry.
I don't really know if we have to... Look, I don't think I can be in charge of anything, but I can find someone that can help you with this idea of a expedition branch to try to find new ancient Aslanti, I guess, technologies.
Yes.
He is right that we should probably, at very least, originally I was just going to write a letter, but we could probably head for the throne of the High King.
It would be wise to inform in person, I suppose.
All right, well, come with me. See if we can get an audience at short notice. If there's anything going on, so we might be okay.
Alright, we will follow this small man.
He'll lead you through more sections of the city, into more chambers and stuff, into a area where you can see a massive underground river is kind of pouring out with a waterfall. What looks to be kind of down, almost spouting out what looks to be shaped like a massive dwarven head, where it's kind of like spewing out of the mouth the water of the waterfall of this underground river down with these kind of like built into this like almost cliff face that this vaulted chamber, which seems to be a kind of almost expanded natural cavern, is all these kind of facilities, and he'll lead you to kind of like a very rudimentary water-based elevator, which will kind of drag a kind of stone platform up the sides. It seems to like kind of like move platforms up and down, and there's people that are like also getting on with it with you, so it's like a large kind of like traveling thing. Anyway, you'll be led up to the massive dwarven head, well carved and very angular, where you'll be basically told, why don't you just hang around this area? I'll see if I can arrange anything. Enjoy the sights.
Misty will admire the view.
Okay. You'll feel a tugging at your side. Tug.
Misty will look towards the tugging.
There's a young dwarven child tugging at your side.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
May I help you?
Are you and the child will say something in what you're assuming is dwarven?
I actually speak Dwarven, apparently.
Oh, hey, look at that. She's basically refers to you the way the dwarven equivalent of what a human would be.
Yes, I will reply in Dwarven.
Ooh. Can you reach my ball?
Where is it?
The kid's gonna point up to like there's a statue nearby, and it looks like a ball got caught like at the top of like a crown in the statue.
How high up is this ball?
You could probably reach it.
Alright, I'll go and get the kid's ball.
Yeah. It might take you like kind of like halfway, like you might have to like kind of hop up, climb up a little bit, but you know, you are taller than a dwarf by like
I am a little bit taller than a dwarf.
Yeah. And a dwarven child especially.
Yeah.
The kid will run off with a group of children to play ball in an area where there's like there's these kind of like statues around what looks to be a kind of garden where there's this kind of like almost magically radiating light from these kind of crystals that seems to be growing these kind of like they look very hardy, these like kind of hardy, strange looking kind of trees and like spiky plants that feel in place in a dwarven place like this, but they are a little bit of the natural world brought into this kind of like stone area, and the light from these crystals is quite bright in the area here, that this cavern is actually quite well lit up. You've almost kind of seen, like, it's one of the things is, like, it feels, it's not quite as bright as outside, but it doesn't feel like you're really underground, especially in this area.
Mm-hmm. Neat. Misty will pull out her journal and take notes of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In vivid detail.
All right, come with me. It's going to be an unofficial meeting, but we'll have a meeting. And Jad will lead you into a kind of side chamber. So not the main chamber of the High King. But you'll see in this kind of chamber, which is the first thing you'll notice is a kind of massive heavy helmet is being kind of kept on a pedestal with this kind of large crown and looks to be like a almost iron beard. And kind of sitting behind the desk next to this helmet is, surprisingly, a dwarven woman.
Ooh.
The High King is indeed female of this year. But her headgear gives that kind of like fake dwarven beard kind of thing, because she's still the king of the dwarfs, even though she is a woman. Anyway. Well. Greetings, Myste and Curtov of the Shackles. I am High King Anog Arunak. I'll put this in the chat how to spell it.
Misty will give a respectful bow, remembering her base code talks to nobles that don't.
You can also tell that she is very old for a dwarf. I've met plenty of humans of my many years, says High King. And certainly, if you are unaware, it was I that brought Dungan Hold to the surface once more. Alkenstar, that silver-tongued bastard, did make many great points.
I'm afraid I'm not as knowledgeable as the history of this place as I would like to be.
Nonetheless, our Crumdid here, young Crumdid, has presented me this case. And certainly having the support of, well, the esteemed Grand Duchess is an interesting thing, too. Gaining control of and learning some things from Aslanti ruins might be quite useful.
Yes, in my short time there, I was able to learn quite a bit.
There are many within the hold here which would prefer that we shut our doors once more, cut off everything. Certainly, there are also those that would wish to exploit all these things. I find myself somewhere in the middle. I think that our inventions are quite powerful and are of use in our region here. But certainly, innovation, engineering, invention, well, not only have they made us much wealth, many more than many of the other holds, but certainly we've made ourselves powerful. The Aslanti people, if rumors and history will show us, are some of the most powerful people on our world for Earth. And if your techniques and what you could find there holds anything true, there are things that could perhaps advance our own weaponry, our own technology, our own inventions. And I would be remiss to not invest in such things.
I have worked up a prototype of what I learned from there, if you would like to see it.
I'm experienced in many of those things, but I could not tell you the difference between a musket and a rifle, the exact reasons why they differ. It's not my area of expertise. I'll leave that to many of my other kinfolk. Your region is quite dangerous, though.
It is not the safest, no, but my group and I are making strides to make it more hospitable.
It's not my place to say about a region and those who rule it. But certainly, I would see that the right things are done. Could you guarantee safety for those that I would send?
Yeah. They're going to Tidewater, right?
I think that's what you were saying, Tidewater.
We have basically that entire area allied.
You do have a lot of that
20
region.
guards there too.
Yeah,
Like
With
this area is
weapons
pretty
and stuff.
securely in our pocket.
yes, it tends to be. That southern tip of the Shackles tends to be kind of in your influence too.
Yeah, so Myste, I believe I could. We have many allies that we could keep hostile creatures and forces at bay.
I'll hold you to that, then. Fine. Limit for Coil will have their expedition. But, by my decree, they must share anything they discover with the other engineering guilds. They must not
Of
order.
course.
I'm curious as to what you'll discover. What you'll bring back.
As am I. I've only delved a small portion into it, and what I have already learned is fascinating.
There is one thing. Nothing that is, I would say, critical, but something that I would ask as a favor if you could do soon.
Mm-hmm.
With the immersion of our hold from its hidden ways, we are still disconnected from many of our brethren, though messages can get out of Alkenstar. Certainly, it is difficult to establish any deep contacts, especially also since we are, by all vision of the words, under Alkenstar as the ruler, the control of this nation, so to say. With this expedition, I will send 2 men. They will be of use to the expedition, but they will have a secondary use. I would like either you or someone to accompany them somewhere that you can arrange. We don't have a lot of knowledge of the outside world, and I would like to at least establish a general diplomatic connection with our brethren in High Helm. High Helm is in the Five Kings Mountains.
Oh, that's fucking. Holy shit.
You know, I don't know where that is on the
That is-
North of Andorra.
north of Andorra.
Yeah.
Oh, it's there. Yeah,
That's in a very inconvenient spot.
it's like a river that goes up there. Fine.
Yeah, it's pretty inconvenient, but
Again, this expedition will probably take some time before they would be necessary, but I would like for them, the 2 I will send, to at least safely arrive. Direct contact is something that I have been planning to make, and Unfortunately, the forces in my own Sky Citadel have prevented us from extending such a hand. As much as they are our fellow dwarven brethren, there are plenty of groups within ours that have different ideas about what it means to connect with the outside world. And we have been very reliant on Alkenstar, on the Grand Duchess, and those that came before her.
I see. I'm headed to Absalom and Andoran. Anyways, I could make a detour up the river, perhaps.
If you're going before the expedition would set off, I can send 2 with you now, if you wouldn't mind.
People can we teleport?
I can find out.
I got it. I'll grab it. Probably, it's a certain weight limit, I think. It is... Oh. You could bring 1 medium creature per level.
Okay.
Per 3 levels.
Per 3 levels.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Man. Oh, yeah, 1 willing, so...
Excluding himself.
Including yourself. So at 12th level...
Excluding yourself.
Excluding yourself. So at 12th level you could have brought 4, and that's why you could have grabbed your group. So... it would require multiple teleportations? Like 3 of them?
That's only a couple days, though. Not that bad.
I mean, honestly, Jacub might be able to cast 3 in a day anyway.
He can cast more than that. He's level 13, and he has meta magics to help
Should be level 14.
cast it by a level. Oh yeah, 14. Yeah. So yeah, he has 4 level 5 slots anyway. 3 level 6. So he could do it. He'll do it.
Well, these people are gonna experience teleporting.
Yeah, Jacob's not known for any errors in his teleportation.
Nope. Never messed up one.
Nothing's ever gone wrong.
I mean, like,
Never.
when he goes to, like, some place he's familiar with, apparently not.
Honestly, we teleported to Katapesh pretty fine.
Yeah,
We
he
just
did.
kind of made it there pretty easily.
Yeah.
We just need to leave these mana wastes to do it.
Yes.
And then we just teleport fucking somewhere else.
You know. Alright, Misty will agree to these terms.
Okay. Then you'll have 2 dwarves that'll be arranged to go with you.
Nice.
Alright. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to, like, look up in the notes. Nob, the kobold, I have to remember, is with you.
There's a kobold.
He's around.
he's
doing kobold things.
He's probably just hanging out in the hotel room, honestly.
Like, we gave him a pension of like 10 gold to spend.
He's gotten drunk. No, he probably wouldn't drink too much. He's probably like, I don't know,
He's just like awkwardly sitting at the bar, just drinking water.
yeah, he's probably awkward drinking the bar, drinking water. Actually, you know what? So you'll all return back, preparing for, the rest of the time you'll spend here. We'll kind of like skip over it a little bit because there isn't really going to be major more events. You've kind of arranged things with the engineering guild, and since there's a little bit of time before you're leaving anyway, that's plenty of time for a couple of dwarfs to start hanging out with you. But in the meantime, I guess you'll do more engineering stuff, and your good friend Nob will end up with a what looks to be a weird-looking lizard.
Oh.
That is now around his neck now. It's kind of like he's kind of have it on his shoulders. It's this strange rainbow lizard with like kind of rainbow scales
Fair enough.
and 3 eyes. Look what I got for 10 gold.
You got a lizard?
I got a new best friend.
Can you talk
For
to it?
$10 with a steal.
The lizard will kind of like look towards you and his eyes will glow and be like, greetings. Will be in your mind.
Sorry, what the
fuck?
fuck is what the fuck?
Use 10 gold?
Bro, wait. Man, I wish you could join our ship. You'd be so cool on the ship.
I do not know what you speak of.
I was talking about the kobold, but you'd be cool too.
I am not cool. I am hot. It is the desert.
You're cold-blooded?
That sucks.
What? Like, what a buzzkill. Gritter's way cooler than you.
Yeah. Boo this thing.
I am now allies with this reptilian creature. I'm not gonna try to. I've thought of how to pronounce this name. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it anymore. But it is okay. Kolin Argavarigar, Devourer of Darkness.
Fair enough.
Is there a check? that
Alright,
Jacob
culminating
could
down
make
the mouth
for
of
this?
hour.
Misty
That
doesn't want
doesn't
to be
sound
around.
good.
Misty doesn't want to be around any.
Misty's like, I'm gonna help with the engineering people.
Misty's gonna go do
Okay.
something away from all of you.
I'm gonna take the first 3 letters and the last 3 letters of your name and call you Kolgar for simplicity. Okay? And can you just stop talking to
I will
Yuma?
devour what exists of your mind, but agree to this.
I'm sorry. I
I mean, at least it's
you know,
reasonable.
he's reasonable? Do you think it's reasonable? What? Is it, he just, because he exists in our presence, he gets to kill us?
Wow, so you're supposed to just he's supposed to just let you call you whatever you want, and he gets nothing?
No, bro. Have you, did you hear that name? I didn't understand half the letters in it.
Wow.
No, cool.
This is
I don't, no. We're not doing this, Yaalkol. This isn't
come
a debate.
on.
If your name is shitty pronounced, you gotta either give me a nickname or I'm making one. Period.
Come, friend! Let's go see if we have adventures before we leave. This place is weird. And it smells
Don't
funny,
do anything
too.
illegal. I will not. I will have to help you if you do.
Do
I
not
don't
worry. Our small associate will only devour the minds of our enemies, if necessary.
Should we kill the lizard? Should we just kill him?
He said he's only gonna do it if it's necessary, like...
I don't believe that. Do you really trust this thing? You're muted, Joe.
I think you should actually give him a chance.
What is necessary to a creature like this? It could be you
Bro,
look at me funny, I eat you.
A creature like what? A lizard person?
No,
No,
his name
what?
ends with the Devourer of Darkness.
That's a, yeah, like he got to choose that name.
He did. He just told us. He could have said anything.
He seemed like a wholesome lizard.
It is like a tiny lizard, because it's on the shoulders of a kobold.
It was
Wait,
$10.
are you from-
Do you think that they're selling good Devourers of Darkness for
Word,
$10?
to be
It
clear,
sounds like an
10?
upsell.
Gold is like
You know?
$1,000.
Like, that's
Not to mention, it might be a cursed creature and they just wanted to get rid of it.
Tell me, can you give powers to people, Lizard Man? Lizard Boy?
I cannot grant you anything that does not already exist, but I may nurture those powers of the mind you may seek. Do you wish to dive into what exists within the minds of us all?
I straight up thought you were just gonna end at "you wish to die."
Honestly,
You know, I'm unconvinced, but I don't really care anymore.
Misty
I'm gonna
lose.
go get drunk or something. Wait,
I'm
I
just
can't. I have to
stay
be
away-
ready. I have to make trade negotiations later.
I'm just gonna stay away from this thing.
Chester, are you actually afraid of a little lizard? We have fought, like, horrifying things. And this is where you draw the line?
I don't like things that can speak into my mind, and maybe that's just what he wants you to think it is.
Hey,
Maybe
Jacob
it's
can
something
speak into your
else.
mind.
He's just a little fella.
I can speak in your mind.
Maybe it's also something else that we can't see. Maybe it's a disguise of some
I
sort.
once
You're
encountered an obstacle with
being-
a demon. So,
Do you think me and that lizard are like related loosely?
No.
No.
You're not even, like, the same type of lizard.
Are you sure?
Yeah, do you see the shape of your body and the shape of his body?
I don't know. Like,
Like, you're
apparently
probably...
I'm part dragon. I've seen some big dragons, so like I don't know. Things can change shape. Just saying.
Wait, we know
That's
you're
my
part dragon.
point.
We
We,
met...
don't know if
we
you
met-
change shape.
Listen, you're probably more closely to freaking crocodiles than this thing.
Anyway, so yeah, your good friend Nob will be hanging out with that thing now. Anyway, days will pass, various business things will come in, and around the time you're getting ready for your departure, once everything has been worked out with Alkenstar and stuff, so the paperwork, all the deals have been sealed and stuff like that, a pair of red-headed dwarfs will show up at your inn. Probably like while you're enjoying a meal, kind of getting ready to, you know, like a big final meal before you pop out.
Finally, they say.
They will saunter up to your group.
Hello?
Yes, these are the ones I told you about.
Oh.
You Misty Curtov?
Yes.
Ah!
This is me.
It's a male and female dwarf. They look surprisingly similar to each other. I'm Healorg, and this is Hutri, the Deepwater twins. We've been told to accompany you.
Well, I did agree to that, and pleasure to meet both of you.
Why does your reptilian friend have a
Don't worry about
mind
Don't-
lizard on its shoulders?
Don't ask. It's
Wait,
fine.
are they common?
No, they're not.
I don't.
They do
he
tend.
apparently bought it for 10 gold.
Is that a good price, or did he get scammed?
They're dangerous creatures in general. Not
What is
How
necessarily.
dangerous?
Well, rumor
Are they
has it.
more?
What do you mean? More.
Are they more or less dangerous than a fish that has a magical hand and can sometimes just grab, like, and eat people's hands? Do you think it's less dangerous than that, or more?
I don't know. I don't know about that type of creature.
Steve will sigh. It defeated.
Okay, sorry. I was just saying if my pet was more dangerous. That's all.
My pet could beat up your pet.
They devour
Your pet
the.
is a bird.
It's rumored that they leech the minds off of those that they connect with. Is your small reptilian friend okay?
Misty will.
You know?
in-
No idea.
Misty will in Dwarvish whisper. I'm gonna be honest. He's not my friend. I don't really care what happens to him.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I assume this is after all of the trade negotiations. we get
Yeah.
done,
Yes.
Right?
This is like when you're
Yeah,
probably having like
I'm
a.
exhausted. Of
Yeah.
You're
trade
very
negotiations.
tired. You.
Let's get the
you
fuck out of this place. I
dealt
hate
with
this city.
So much bureaucracy.
The more and more I deal with bureaucracy, the less I want to give any to the shackles. But-
the idea of a civilized shackles is looking less and less appealing to Revia as the
Maybe
days
it's
go on.
better than where we are, but not closer to this. This place is a hellhole. I had to sign papers to fucking eat food in the fucking. They questioned me on the consistency of my signature.
You should work on that.
I never had a signature until today.
All right. So you'll once again, I assume, depart Alkenstar with your small band and head north. I guess are you returning to? Oh God. Ascanus?
Yeah, I think that's where we're going to teleport out from.
Okay. All right. If it really matters and it comes up, the Hjorg, the male of the two twins, is a alchemist, and Hertree is a bard.
Neat.
So they are actually both skilled in engineering, and they were actually like a group that could understand that, since they were originally sent to possibly join with the expedition. But they're also experts at things like diplomacy.
Diplomat.
Yeah. They're engineering diplomats, which is a weird combination, but you know what?
He's not a diplomat in the slightest with his 6th prison.
Yes.
Or 9th prison. already.
I'm a diplomat.
You are the most diplomatic person in this party.
That's just a close second.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm more intimidating than
I feel
diplomatic.
like
but
Yaalkol
sure.
is maybe the 3rd most diplomatic somehow.
No, or what you call it?
But
Jacob is the 3rd most.
No.
He's
Yaalkol
pretty
is, but doesn't roll checks. Yaalkol finds alternate diplomacy.
Yeah. Yaalkol beats people up as diplomacy and then gets married afterwards.
Be the first, get married afterwards.
Listen,
my
alright,
mom always said.
establish yourself as the alpha male in the room.
I don't know if
and
you
you'll
want
be all
to
good.
continue that line of dialogue.
Oh, it was fun. It ended. And I guess we leave.
We depart and we get the fuck out of here.
All right, I am just gonna have things go, and you'll back to get back. Because
We
honestly,
have a cool island that we're very familiar with.
yeah, you'll drop off a kobold and his weird, horrible lizard, and you'll go back and go to home. I'm not gonna roll out a lot of stuff because I don't think I need to. We can kind of just skip ahead to that. So, anyway, why don't we take our break, having you arriving back at your really cool island? Because we've been through all these adventures. We don't have to reverse them.
The dragon's roost.
Yeah. So I'm gonna attack, drink, bathroom break, any of those things. We're back in a little bit. Just buttons make us go live so we can end the conversation. There we go. Look, that conversation ended.
It'll make us accountable.
You're accountable now. Congratulations. I'm extra accountable. So, anyway, you're back in your island. What the hell are you guys doing now?
I think
I go see my cool ship.
Yeah. It's cool. It's been shipped up over the last...
just imagine us pulling the harbor, and it's just rock music, and it's just fucking firecrackers going off. It's like, yeah, that's a cool ship.
A warship.
It's like the bad it's like the bad cinematography from one of those Cribs shows,
Yeah.
except it's with
It's just fucking, it's Misty on the ship. It's like,
check out my ship.
What terrible imagery that Misty would
I
never
just
do.
imagine the 90 ass music. Misty is like, yeah, this is my place. I sort of make it
Yes.
my space, and it's acting nothing like Misty.
Yeah.
It's just acting like Ja Rule.
What a reference.
I'm so sorry.
God.
Killed me.
On that note, I'm off to an island of.
Like I said, it wasn't gonna stop the conversation.
I mean, like, honestly, I'm just gonna say congratulations, you're successful with your island of bards.
That's fine. I just wanted to be the one to do it.
Yes, that's perfectly acceptable.
Marines.
Well, I think we. Yeah, and then the rest of us are on the diplomatic envoys across the Shackles to like convince people to show up to the Pirate Council.
I did decide on a ship name.
Oh, cool.
I have to remember how to spell it.
Ah.
Is the did I just spell it wrong? I spelled it. Start. The Halcyon Days.
Okay.
How's her ship name?
Wow, you're so stupid. I never spell anything wrong ever.
Bro, I can barely spell your
I'm
character's
cool
name
and
right.
strong.
Mm-hmm.
It's so wet here.
Oh no, we brought this back.
Don't
How are
say
you
that.
here?
Oh! I was holding on to that one's leg and all of a sudden we disappeared. I was giving Hug goodbye.
I told you to leave.
Right click onto the kobold and I throw him into it.
To your new home, going back to Alkenstar.
He's the ocean's problem now.
Can we find our dwarf friend? We have a little gift for our dwarf.
I'm sending the dwarf man to come back to the Dragon's Roost. He has a companion to pick up. That's perfectly understood.
He could just live in the roost. He could just live in the roost and not bother anybody. But I like the idea that you accidentally
like
kidnapped
a
him.
Triceratops or something.
He probably would be eaten by
unironically,
Triceratops.
I sending the dwarf dude so he can come and pick up this dude to be part of his crew. He's coming. He's
got a cursed kobold and lizard on his cursed ship.
Yeah, he's gonna get thrown in the fucking ocean. Or it's gonna become the ocean's problem. Yes, exactly. There we go. Say it together.
All of a sudden the lizard's eaten by a shark, which emerges with the shark's mind, and like it becomes like a psychic three-eyed shark or something. You're welcome. Anyway, so who are you gonna go talk to diplomatically? We'll start with some of those diplomatic things before we have Misty's adventures, because Misty's gonna take her time sailing. Okay, Misty, where are you heading first?
I'm going to Revia first.
Revia first. Gotcha. Okay, just making
sure. That's kind of just a straight shot in order.
I thought that's where you were gonna go, but I wanted to make sure. Did you have a specific destination within Revia?
Let me check the city name. Revia map.
Yeah.
So I have actually never played in this area. That's interesting. New map. No, that's not. Inner sea map.
Excuse me.
This is probably works, yeah. I guess probably Corvosa, because that's like the capital.
Yeah, well, they're releasing the capital. It's just it's the largest city. Yeah. It's
city, and she was told that the Variation clans were gathering near there.
Yeah, because that is actually the area of Cheliak's control, the capital of that.
Yeah, I think they used to control portions of it.
Yes. So. Okay.
Loose control, but still control.
Corvosa it is. Let me just see if I can find something. Oh, there's the map. Cool. Anyway, alright, so that's where you're heading to. Where are the rest of you heading to?
I think there's people we gotta talk to. So there's Han Iwe Olala, which is, I believe, is in Besmara's throne. She's a devout to Besmara.
Yes.
That's someone you probably want to...
Yeah, that's the person I'm going to go talk to. And I think we can just split this up, because we have enough ships that each of us can hop on a ship and, like, go to separate people if we want to do it like that. Even Yaalkol, you can convince someone to show up.
I don't know about that.
I believe in
Yaalkol would do it. He is confident enough in his ability. Are you confident enough in his ability?
Well,
This is
Conqueror joins you.
I'm gonna play it like Yaalkol.
Yeah, well, I think this is a test. I think Revia is testing Yaalkol to see how good he's at actually being. Because when you're hurricane king, you will actually have to be able to talk to people and get things done.
Okay.
So, I think Revia actually wants to send you. What do you call it? Who could babysit you? Maybe Chester can babysit you. Does Chester want to babysit Yaalkol?
I can if you want me to.
Wait, hold on. Why wouldn't you send Chester as one of the emissaries, given that he is like the most?
Yeah, that's true.
diplomatic?
Yeah,
Conqueror will babysit Yaalkol.
As much as
Yaalkol.
I respect having a babysitter, why send like?
Conqueror, he will be wonderful to do that. As he twirls his mustache, I will make sure our captain is ready for diplomacy. We need to get you a better.
We should probably send you a cog instead, actually.
But who are you sending me to? Is more the question. We gotta pick the right person to send me to.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm trying to figure that out.
Because there might not be appropriate to send me by myself to anybody.
Yeah.
I might just have to tail.
I wonder if it's good to send you to someone that needs like a violent conflict solved. Maybe he'd be good at that.
If you give me a plan, I can stick to that.
Wide Council of Senshu Bay. What is that?
Ah, yes. The Wise Council of Senshu Bay. That's the Tien individuals.
That sounds right up my alley.
Oh no, you cannot send you to them. You cannot go there.
Are you sure? That sounds right up my alley. Very wise in TNEs. That's it. What could go wrong?
Those are the slavers.
I know.
No, that's not happening.
I could do.
Chester can go there though.
I don't like.
They're nearby
slavery,
the
but
bars, I think.
Bide my tongue on that one.
I think the Tien place is nearby the bards, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah, and they are very easy, I think, to get. They're just, you have to directly invite them, and if you like, there's gonna be an important thing, just need you to show up. I think it'll mostly work for them.
This
see.
will mostly work for us.
Longbeard. Who's this Longbeard fellow?
Longbeard.
My guess is he has a long beard.
The ruler of Maelstroms.
Yes.
He's on the Devil's Arches.
He's a tall man who likes very good clothes, is a good way to say that, for one thing. He does have an indifference towards music, but likes operas because of the costumes.
Yeah, I'm just... I'm trying to see. That guy's not bad to send to Yaalkol for him to figure things out.
I mean, you can already mention that we have bards coming.
He would not like that.
That would be helpful. Oh. Okay.
He has an indifference towards music completely.
Oh, indifference. I thought you said he liked operas.
So, alright.
No. He likes operas for their costumes.
Oh. That's...
Yeah. Conqueror's
So
actually
likes
not a bad
ostentation
person to know
dress.
there.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, that's not bad. Conqueror can help set the plan for Yaalkol, actually.
I got a little gold
Because
spare. I can buy an expensive-ass outfit to get this guy's attention. And go rep in like something cool, and maybe I can like suggest a tailor or something that'll get us get me on his good side.
So, his best described because he is very tall when it comes to, and there are a lot of tailors in the Shackles. He wears fine velvet and lambskin jackets, but they are for men smaller than him. So his description is he looks like a boy who suddenly grew up.
Dude, don't worry, dog. I know how that feels.
Alternatively, you can go to Racktooth Island, which has 2 pirate lords there. that are one provides tribute to the Sahagan tribes. Ma'ul Breakwater.
Bunch of dickheads.
So, well, no, but that could be good, right? You could help pay those tithes or something to like convince them to join. And then there's Reniko Pathe that's also there. So I think maybe you and Conqueror hit that place up.
Racktooth?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
where's
think
this list? Is this in our notes?
That's the council members' notes tab.
Okay. Sorry. I want to look at what these exactly is this, and what's the name of this person?
There's the two of them. It's
Moriel
M-A-U.
Breakwater and Venigo
Venigo.
Palpith.
Yeah, they're both in Racktooth.
I'm sorry, in quotations, Baron Venigo Palpith. I don't know why he's Baron, but he's got a title. I don't think it's a real title.
And these guys need well, they need convincing. Are these the ones that have the tithe?
They're one of them is paying tithe to the Sahagans so don't attack Racktooth, right? So that
Okay.
could be a good point to try to get them to
wiggle
join.
room. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, maybe offer them, hey, we'll pay the next two tithes. You just need to show up to the council,
Yeah. Okay.
right?
Something to think
That
about.
will be the plan Revia gives you, right? Like, to convince this person, offer to pay the tithes if they just show up to the vote, to the council. You know, they're pirates. That saves them money, and pirates love saving money.
Okay. So I know where the three of you are each going for your first set of meetings, and then we can kind of hit up a little bit on the arrival of perhaps Myste for the first area. So let us start with you, Revia, because certainly you've been to Queen Bess before.
Yep. I'm important.
Yeah.
I go with what is her name? Sarah.
Sandra?
Sandra?
Sandra. That's what it is. I couldn't remember. Yep. The cleric. She's my backup.
Okay. So, you can ask around and easily find Panwa Ola in a small shrine area in Queen Bess, rather than the main island, of course, kind of looking after it. As you kind of arrive, he'll turn towards you. Ah, welcome! Newly giving to, of course, Besmara? Here for service? I understand it can be quite busy on the main throne island, and sometimes just giving a little prayer before you head out is important. The man is tall. He's got shaved head, a blood red eye patch, and he kind of like is a little fidgety.
Yeah, this doesn't look like kind of way Allah, correct? I wouldn't. Does this look like him?
Yes.
Do I know what that looks like?
You would have got a description. Yes.
Yeah. Is he a pirate lord?
He is
he go by that?
technically a pirate lord, but he has not officially been in his position for... It's sort of like he's got a seat on the council, but doesn't use his seat on the council.
Mm-hmm.
Out of everyone that's on the council, probably he has not been seen for years. And,
I see, okay.
Yeah. Like, others will show up occasionally for votes. He has not shown up for anything for many years now. And the fact is that, technically out of respect and the fact that he is a... now, he's not like a cleric, but he's a highly devoted, important member of Besmara's church, and since Besmara is a very important deity in the Shackles, that's why his position has been remained. Because, you know, he's kind of like... honestly, he's the closest thing to like what a paladin, without actually being that class, that Besmara would have. He's a fighter rogue. He's-
Yeah, a champion of Besmara.
yeah, he's a
but
champion.
not
Of,
religious one.
yeah, yeah. He's not by like divine right, but by like what's the word? What I'm looking for to say? Devotion and piety, or what? Like his what he has done for Besmar as the church puts him in that position more than his direct connections to the goddess. And
What would I call him? Is there like something I would call him specifically?
Depends on how you're addressing him. You could address him as a pirate lord because he is one, or you could address him as a priest because he is one. By as I said, by rank more than class, priest.
Yeah. Priest Walla, correct?
I very few know directly of my name that would visit me in this location. Yes. Hello. Welcome. Please take a seat. I can give you some blessings of what take you to sea.
I don't require any blessings at the moment. Besmara blesses me much every day.
Oh. You also know, just to note that he's effectively the leader of Queen Bess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay,
like,
cool.
he runs the town technically. It's just that most of the time he spends in like small shrines like this when he's not needed.
I've already been anointed in the church a couple months back now, I believe.
I do recognize from some of the sermons your associate there, Priestess Quinn. Good to see you again. Likewise. Forgiveness if I don't recognize you. Have you been hanging around Queen Bess or the temple?
No, I came for like one day. I was invited to be respected for the powers and all I've done for Besmara. I met. I had a vision or dream or something. I met on Besmara's one of our many ships and met an important figure. He helped me with a task while I was there, but that's not relevant to this. I've come to ask of a favor of you.
A favor of me? Do you require this favor in what manner? The favor as the de facto ruler of Queen Bess, or the priest of Besmara?
The ruler of Queen Bess.
What can our small settlement do for a traveler and a devotee, then?
I know it has been a long time since you have ever been on a council meeting concerning the Pirate Council.
So this isn't truly business with Queen Bess.
Well, it's with you as the pirate lord that technically controls this land, no?
It's not through being a pirate lord that I control this land, but a devotee to Besmara. But yes, I still hold that position if that is what you're asking, and if that is what you are addressing.
Correct. I require just that you attend the next Pirate Council meeting that comes soon.
Why?
There will be a vote of non-confidence. I'm not asking that you vote in either way of it, just that you attend and listen to at least the argument.
Non-confidence of who?
Bonefist.
Our Hurricane King.
Yes, I've at this point I have greatly studied the political infrastructure of the Shackles, to my dismay.
Certainly,
This seems the right path.
Certainly, I've heard the rumors of failing to involve himself in defense against the Chalaxian invasion of recent months. And that does seem something that a true lord of pirates should have taken care of and been involved in. But non-confidence? Why do I need to be involved? I mean that. Certainly you need many votes, but I am just one vote. And I have not expressed an interest in the council for many years now. Many, many years.
Beyond just having more people there, I think your entrance back into at least this council room, is symbolic of the blunder of Bonefist.
Bring back even one such as myself? Certainly it's symbolic of a need for such discussion. But my ship grows old. My feet have been brought upon soil for too many years now, as much as I would like to take to the waves once more. My place has been here.
Let you sail perhaps on one of the ships of Holy Besmara. Her fleet from Queen Bess assisted me once. Could you not ride upon one of those?
Don't get me wrong. My ship, the Desperation, still sails. Could still sail. It's just remained in port as long as I have. I'm sure the crew grows weary, but the gifts and tithes from our position have kept them and their bellies fed and them satiated. And certainly, a position of strength and governmentship have kept them in place, and many of them have stayed with me because of that. But what I mean is, we have not sailed the seas in nigh on 10 years, and you're asking us to sail again.
Just this once.
One last
Besmara, Besmara does not stand cowards. And that is what Bonefist is.
And I mean, and if that's truth, then I would agree. But I'm hesitant not because of a wish to return to the ocean, but a understanding of my need here. My position has also kept things safe here in a way too. As much as there's a fleet here and a great power with Besmara, there's still always rowdy individuals that visit. Plenty of pirates seeking glory and blessings that might find violence amongst each other. My presence has always kept them in check. And perhaps a small journey would not be too difficult. But I worry still. I worry.
Might Sandra perhaps stay in your stead to help keep things under control? She is a powerful cleric of Besmara.
I and my crew would love to hold things down, but it's not our place to replace you. My journey is far from over when it comes to the seas, and as much as I respect Besmara and her ways, I know that my place is beyond what's at Queen Bess. I must assist these budding pirate lords in helping to improve the shackles, remove things such as Bonefist. So being granted the opportunity to merely watch things for you would be an honor. I am no pirate lord, but I am a priestess of Besmara. one final journey with Captain Olirant helped determine a change in the winds of the shackles in his lifetime. Very well. Pirate Lord Ola will join your meeting. I assume I must arrive in Port Peril then?
Yes. It will be in Port Peril at this time exactly. I give time.
You're not going to Port Peril,
Whatever it
remember?
is. Well, is it not at Port Peril? Is that
No.
not where the vote of non-confidence is?
The vote of
doing it
confidence was
on
on
our
your
island.
island.
Yeah.
You're trying to avoid having Bone
Oh.
Fist involved.
Okay, yeah.
He doesn't have to
Cool.
be there.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Dragon's Roost used to be called the Island of the Empty Eyes. It is the home of Pirate Lord Yaalkol and myself.
I had rumors that that savage place was settled. And again, there's plenty of savage places within the shackles.
Not a single Cyclops left.
Pity for them.
They weren't really up for any negotiation.
Many things rarely are. Right. Well, you'll finish up your time there. And now we move into a good old Chester. You've arrived in, of course, let me see what the city name is. In Senshu Bay. You are in Senshu Bay. That's where they all...
Okay.
Now, there are other locations within the Isle, but Senshu Bay is where the main ones. On the... this map just zooms over. The Ushinawa Islands. I think Senshu Bay is a location. Let me just check.
Yeah, the Council of Shensu Bay. Wise Council of Shensu Bay must be... What's the person's name though? Because it doesn't have their name. It just says Wise Council.
You would address the Wise Council.
Okay.
There's a council of 3 that rule the island.
Yeah.
Okay.
They served for 3 years apparently.
Yes. And so it's basically the deal with the Isle is effectively the Pirate Lords switch hands, basically. The council is the seats of the council that they control. Just trying to stick down anything.
Interesting.
Yes.
Between docks, fangs, the rocky shores of Manla.
Can I do a knowledge local to see if I know anything more about these people?
Oh, there's the bay.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out where it is on the map off the top of my head.
Right here, I got that. I'm circling it.
Yeah, so it's in the north there. Actually, that's the other island, because I think the island where you went to was the Ushinawa Islands before.
Yeah, they were not close together. So, we'll go to Senshu Bay first. Then he'll go there.
Because Ushinawa
I guess...
is controlled by... is more directly controlled by Tianzi, kind of thing.
Yeah, they're both Tien owned, but they're just very far apart.
Yes.
And I guess, just for, in case it ever mattered, Yaalkol rides on the Dragon's Promise. I ride on Cog's ship, and Chester rides on Rio's ship.
Okay.
Rio. Not that it matters, but just flavor. Who's riding on what?
So...
sorry.
Yes. I'm just checking which. You'd have to go to either Chozu or Haigui Wan. I'm probably butchering those. Chozu has a lot of. Is probably the place you might want to go to. The other place is where their main defensive fleet goes to. Because technically, Senshu Bay is technically run by, rather than people directly under Tianzi, it's mutineers, technically.
And also, as you know, Senshu Bay is super slavers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's why I'm the one going there, because
Yeah.
I can bite my
Not
tongue
Yaalkol.
on
Their
that.
history is like when the same time that the Ushiniwa Island and other places like that, there was fleets from Tien that were exploring the oceans, and they found their way across, technically going east, all the way to here. And some of them settled on the one island, and some of them mutineered and then settled here. So these are the descendants of those mutineers. Anyway.
Can I make a knowledge local check to see if I know anything
Yeah, can
additional about
probably
these
help
people?
you if he's there too, since you're on his boat.
Yeah.
He is Tian.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was also having Rio go. Rio is more familiar with the culture.
So, yes. The Wise Council, basically, through force of will, because it's a very powerful island still, because nonetheless, they are a group of pirates there that elect from their group that, but they also do actually have a risen defensive force here. So they actually do have, like, a standing pirate army that I guess, like, members of their group take turns kind of being in. So they are a lot more organized than a lot of other things. Anyway, so yes, the current leader of the three of them is, of course, I'll put these names in chat and give you a bit of information.
Thank you.
Ue Hui, I think is. It's the kind of wiser elder of the group. And is often at odds with some of the other ones. There is Lo She Wen, who they're at odds with, and which they have a lot of debates about. And the other one is Chang Ai Huao. I'm probably butchering these.
Wait, just quickly, Tantus, can you give permission to edit the council member sheet?
Sure. Let me go to that.
Just so I can mark the people that are joining.
Yeah, where's the council members handouts? Trying to find that.
Then players' handouts, the top of the list.
Yeah. Sorry.
Nope, thank you so much. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but I needed to. So it couldn't-
No, it's all good. Edit! I hit this edit button. It'll take a minute there for it to load up. Yay! There it goes. There we go. Editing is possible now. Yay! Okay. Yeah, and so that one is, I'm gonna look up this word because I see a word and I don't know off the top of my head. Lady. Thanks, vocabulary. Lay people as distinct from the clergy, ordinary people. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. So, the last one, Chang, is the voice of the people of the island, the laity of the island. And is the only female of the group, and she's also half-elf, while the others are humans. She has had some problems with support, but has still maintained her part of the council, and it's because of Shay Wen's often berating her as a half-blooded mongrel. So, yes, some racism there too. Anyway,
Racism and slavery, huzzah!
yeah, it's a great place they're sending you to. Mm-hmm. But yes, Chang is probably the one that would be best to deal with, but you would have to probably either meet with the council completely. Lo She Wen is the one that specializes in the slave trade around here, more than the others.
Okay. we want all three, or are we just trying to get one of them to come?
You'd have to get all of them to come. There are 3 voices. Okay. There are 3 votes, technically, as if you can.
Okay.
But they are the council, so you have to try to address them each individually, or you would have to try to have a meeting with the council, which you can have either or. Individually, you'd be dealing with them as themselves, though they're technically part of the higher council, but then you're favoritizing them, like who you're talking to first, who you're looking at, and what you're kind of dealing with that. And
right, and I don't want to come off as, hey...
Because there is internal politics between the members, yes.
Exactly, so
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be best to meet with them as a council.
Yes.
Want to discuss with God, my brain just died. Whose ship am I on again?
You're on Rio's.
Rio's, thank you.
Great.
Want to discuss with Rio what might be an appropriate gift to give all 3. Also, to kind of show respect to the council.
He probably knows that. He's a TN boy.
Yes. Insert appropriate gift here, because I can't think of it on the top of my head.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I just want to make sure, I will stop in town first, pick up said gift.
Mm-hmm.
Or gifts, like one for each of them or something.
Yeah, make them fight over it.
Yes.
And to try to lubricate the wheels a little bit.
Indeed.
Hopefully it's not slaves.
It's probably not slaves, because honestly, the main one that really cares about that is Lo, because he's the slaver out of a lot of them. The other 2, I think, Jay, he's the wisdom of the group, but has opinions that jar with the others. But honestly, he's probably more status quo and doesn't really care too much about it. And Chang probably doesn't do a lot to undo the things, but is the voice of the more common people. And unfortunately, a lot of her support comes from people that would not have a vote in her position. A lot of common sailors support her. It's the Senshu free captains who choose amongst them who becomes the members. Anyway, so arriving in Senshu Bay and in Chozu, certainly you can contact the council. You'd have to deal with the various... you've been to Ushina. Yeah, you've been to Ushina Iwan. So certainly, you have an idea of Tienian culture. You've seen some.
I'll probably also get a small gift for the person I have to contact.
In this place here, honestly, it's sort of like there isn't a centralized government like in Ushinawa Island. This place here is basically the city's an interesting place because certainly you have it's built around the harbor. There's a massive harbor filled with the various pirate vessels from the many dozens of pirates that are out of here, and merchant ships that come in. Then there's also a kind of a secondary kind of city, which is the basically junks, rafts, ramshackled watercraft, and all kinds of floating flotillas of places, which is almost like this kind of floating city area. And then of course there's the city itself, Chozu, kind of like this. So the bay is filled with the docks, a floating city, and then there's the inner city that you go to. There you go. That's an interesting looking place to kind of be at. But you can, asking around, you can find out that there are certainly certain people you'd have to speak to about this entire thing. You know, it's sort of like you want to get in contact, and you are representative of the council. You know, so you're another pirate lord. So certainly that helps, using the fact that you have a position on the council to be like, yeah, I'd like to, you know, chat with the wise council of Senchu Bay. And it's probably like half a day or so before you can arrange to get a meeting. And in a kind of like a building that's like an open-aired, open-sided small building, kind of overlooking a very fine-looking kind of tailored garden, you will meet with these individuals. And it's kind of got like, it's a little like eatery almost place set up where you will be on one side of the table and these three will be on the other side of the table. Of course, as I said, there's Chan, who's, you know, half-elf, a little younger than the other two. Jay, who's this old man who kind of like sits in the middle. And Lo Shay, who's this kind of dark-haired man who's on the other side. Kind of like this like glaring look towards you, I'd say. He's kind of giving, like, 'cause more for interruption.
Could I also have Rio accompany me, just so I have basically someone to help me with cultural things, so I don't create a faux pas?
Yeah, take the big fox man with you.
I mean, the fox man can also just not look like a fox, too.
Well, no, he's gonna look like a fox.
Okay.
Fox are common in TN, though.
They are, but, you know...
It's
Okay.
like where they're from.
Just a 6'1" fox man. There's nothing wrong with that.
Never anything wrong with that.
But what does the fox say?
Shut up. You didn't have to say it.
Old Jay will speak up and be like, "So, why have you come for this day, Chester St.Clair?"
I have come to discuss a matter of the Pirate Council.
Certainly, could this not be addressed at a meeting, or sent message for if you require us to arrive at a formal meeting, if it is something related to Senchu Bay?
It's related to all of the shackles. I am sure you heard about the recent Cheliax's attempt to invade.
Certain. Lo Shay will speak up. Certainly, we've heard plenty of the rumors of the invasion, that Cheliax sent some form of force.
We had proven documentation that they were coming, and the Hurricane King refused to lift a finger to even look into it. So without his help, my friends and I, as well as a large amount of captains, took on the task ourselves and sent the Cheliax packing when they arrived. We are proposing a vote of non-confidence with the Hurricane King.
Certainly, if you are correct that the Hurricane King did nothing to assist in your battle and driving out the Chelaxians, then there would be reason to distrust his rulership of these lands. But such a vote is not to be taken lightly.
Agreed, and I'm not asking you to vote one way or the other. What I am asking is if you three would come, listen to the evidence, and vote the way you believe. We just ask you to attend the vote.
Give us some time to discuss. They'll have someone escort you to like another area with Rio to wait for a little bit. It'll be a little while before you will be called back in. And upon being called back in, Jay will, who, you know, is kind of the de facto leader of the council, the head of it, will kind of speak out once more. We've discussed this matter at length, and though we have been of disagreement, as the exact, we have come to a base agreement that indeed you are correct. This is a matter to be discussed more greatly. While politics of outside of Senshu Bay tend not to deal with a lot of those of us that live here, certainly the effects of something like Cheliaxian rule being implemented quite forcefully upon us would have changed the way that we functioned as a group here. So it is not without hesitation that we have agreed that the Hurricane King should have been involved with these matters here, as it did pose a danger to us, even if it's one that we can disagree on the exact nature and exact level of such threat. So, we will all agree to arrive at wherever you call forth this meeting to discuss the merits of removing our current Hurricane King, or perhaps other actions that could be taken to ensure no such issues happen again.
I thank you three for agreeing to come, and I hope that you have a safe travel there. We are holding it on our island, the former island of the Empty Eyes, Isle of Empty Eyes, and I'll give them the time.
Mm-hmm. As you're leaving, Jay Hui will speak up one last time and be like, "Know this. We did not agree because we found the lack of confidence as much. It is more that we understand that our forces here at Senshu Bay perhaps would have even united not been enough to face an entire fleet of warships. We are not fools here, but we also know that you did not come to us when such an issue came up.
And that was an oversight on our part. I do apologize for me and my friends."
Granted, I do not know if it would have involved yourself in your war, but the War of the Shackles. But certainly, recognizing that we have a force that is united. We may all be pirates upon this island just as you are, but we are all of Senshu Bay, and would be ready to unite should the need arise. Keep that in mind for any future negotiations.
Thank you. We will.
We'll make sort it out.
Huzzah.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Alright, so they're going too.
Rio will give you a big pat on the back.
Mm-hmm. So, Yaalkol. Oh boy.
Who's Shackled gonna
Hell
be?
yeah. We're ready for this one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going
It
to.
only go well.
It's him and Congobar.
It's him and
And
Cogbar.
Cog too.
And
Well,
Cog.
Cog doesn't,
Cog
Cog
wants
doesn't, Cog doesn't speak.
Wait, no, Cog's on my. I'm with
Yeah,
Cog.
you don't have.
I
you
let
don't
him have the
Cog.
main ship because he's the captain.
Yeah. Alright.
Who's the pilot?
So you're heading to Raketooth, the second largest city in all of the Shark Isles. It's, you know, this place is best described as dreary. It's kind of foggy, wet, kind of rainy. Oftentimes getting just in a position where a lot of storms are coming in constantly. And there are people all over the place selling really nice looking stuff. It was stolen somewhere else. Your knowledge of the place through Conquerbar and others is that it specializes in pilfered luxury wares that are normally in Motaku Island. Yeah, so it basically specializes in selling luxuries to Motaku Island they're stealing from other places. Or possibly to basically non-slaver merchants that come to Shark Island. Specifically non-slavers. So they at least keep that out of this area here. They have too many problems anyway. And yes, they don't have problems with plague other parts of the island.
Not so Hahuagin?
Yes,
problem?
exactly. No.
Crazy.
So,
Okay. Well, I'm going to very purposely make my way to meet with these people. I believe the folk we're meeting are the Muriel and
Muriel Breakwater and Vendigo Palpe. Baron Vendigo.
Baron Vendigo Palpe.
So, Vendigo is supposedly descendant of the Thrushmore family in Ustalov. And he also has made the claim, if this stuff you probably learned, that he's shaken hands with the Whispering Tyrant and other unbelievable things.
What the fuck is
Don't believe it.
The Lich. There was
I
a big
think that he
there
didn't
was
shake hands with him.
there was a big crusade to go kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We're talking like 20th level wizard lich.
He's like pretty.
He shook his
pretty
hand? That's
evil
really cool.
and pretty bad.
Yeah.
Got some kind of weird cult.
Got some kind of weird cult. Does a lot of horrible things. You know.
Necromancers.
He also apparently. Rumors are that he has been taken in with a young noblewoman from Ustalov. Which has caused a little bit of tension between Muriel and Vendigo. Because they're a pair of pirate lords. They're technically not in like a relationship, but they kind of are in a way. And this one's taken in with this weird, strange lady that, is being kept closely on her, basically, partner. Basically hasn't liked it a lot. So anyway, Muriel's probably easier one to speak to, but she's also kind of much more of a horrible person than Vendigo. So make your choice. You can try to call in both of them, but honestly, it's probably easier to talk to one at a time.
So you said Muriel's more horrible, but she's more...
She's known for cruelty and stuff like that. AKA, she's chaotic evil. And the other guy's chaotic neutral. Yeah.
I can deal with evil. Let's go deal with the evil woman.
Okay.
So
probably Muriel, you can find her on her frigate, the Banshee's Whale. As she's in port, she's busy just kind of hanging around there, drinking, waiting for the next opportunity to go sailing out and plundering. You'll be kind of escorted inside, where she'll kind of like give a look and being like, where'd they drag you out of?
Shallow Bay, but I like to drudge myself up from time to time. Give a little smirk. Captain Yaalkol. I don't know if we've ever made direct acquaintance.
Never.
Well, first time for everything.
Great.
So, listen. I won't waste your time. We are getting together to talk about what the hell happened with Bone Fist and the recent problems with Cheliax.
All right. Shortly, I've heard some of the rumors.
Well, rumors are true, but we don't need to go into the details here. The only thing I wanted to talk to you about is that to see if you and I don't want to mispronounce this guy's name, Venigo, would come to the island of Empty Eyes and meet in a council to hear evidence and vote for a motion of no confidence. You don't have to agree to anything right this second. All I'm asking is that you come and you hear us out. Evidence is plenty there, but all I'm asking for right now is for you to agree to come. I'm gonna give the. Did we lock down like a date and all that stuff that we were?
We'll say sure. I don't know.
I'm assuming that we like logistically figured out a date that would.
Yeah, you've got some.
So I would say we want to meet. We want to vote for the motion on this date. All I'm asking for you is to agree to come there. There'd be no obligation to agree to a vote of yay. Just a request that you come and hear us out.
Look, as much as occasionally we have business with the council that we take up our vote. And it sounds like this is an important issue. There's a lot of things that need to be taken care of around here. Honestly, I don't know if I can get away. I don't know if Ventico will get away. He's too busy with his current... He's too busy. You can speak to him about it, but I feel like he would be too busy.
Well, it's a matter of issues that are keeping you here. I think we could discuss maybe working out some assistance. I think that this is important enough that I'd be glad to lend my aid to make sure that you guys can attend the meeting without concern of your other obligations. As for Venigo, I could speak to him myself if you'd like. I came to you first as I heard that you are the you're the more pliable, more bendable ear.
Alright, if you can convince Vendigo, I can go along with your idea. That sounds fine.
Alright, I'll go talk to Vendigo. Thanks for...
I can let you know how much assistance would be helpful in such cases.
Okay.
Insert bribe amount here. I don't know how much it is off the top of my head. It's unspecified bribe amount for Sanguinian tribes. Anyway.
Basically we're just going to give him a cash money bribe.
Yeah, like that's the entire idea, is give a cash money bribe for that. But we should do... We're going to go next time. We have 5 minutes left. We're about done here anyway, since I don't want to go too long. And that's a scene of itself to do that. But then you will... you can head to not his own ship, but one of the local taverns where he is currently drinking, eating, and cavorting with his current lady friend.
Alright, Venigo, let's have a chat. Next time, of course.
Yeah, next time, of course. With a very beautiful young woman who has been, drawn in by his achievements and their joint ancestry from Ustalav. Also, for those of you out there who haven't seen anything or know anything about Ustaloth, it's best described as, if you know about Ravenloft in D&D, it's Ravenloft on the plane. It's filled with undead, it's cursed, and there was a big overlord called the Whispering Tyrant that ruled it for like hundreds and hundreds of years and basically oppressed the people, created massive armies of undead. So now that he's gone, there's still lots of undead, curses, and horrible alien monstrosities and various things left over in the country. It's a pleasant place to live.
I don't mean to criticize, but if it's filled with undead, do you really need to say it's cursed? I've never been to a place that's filled with undead that's just like cool.
Well, it's like filled with undead and also cursed, you know?
Filled with undead, comma, cursed.
Yeah, you know, there's an entire adventure path that I ran part of a big chunk of off stream.
Don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that, other than the fact that, you know, it does link to the fact that it's filled with, you know, werewolves, zombies, ghosts.
We only talk about it on Discussing Tabletop when we want to be angry.
But do we talk about Bruno?
No.
Bruno Mars?
Yes, does Bruno's Mars is gay.
Old meme, right?
Sorry. It's an ancient meme.
You're welcome. I said something and brought that up. You're welcome. Anyway, Eric, do you have anything to shout out?
Nothing. I am the baller, always taller, a shot caller, and come back next week.
Where we'll finish up with your misadventures, and then we'll start some of Misty's misadventures, and maybe some of you will show up to join that. And we'll kind of rotate through that. Yes. And Momo, do you have anything to shout out?
You can typically catch me on Discussing Tabletop, though I am taking a slight extended break from it to get into a better state. Some stuff's going down. But you can catch me here as always, and you can occasionally see me in chat or Discord, or sometimes on Twitter.
Plenty of places. They're very nice places. So, anything to shout out?
Nothing. I'm chilling.
Like a villain, or just chilling in general?
No, I'm a villain, obviously.
Ah, well, you know, okay. Just had to make sure.
Mustache. I'm gonna start twirling it.
I do that all the time. I'm just like, mwah, ha, 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 ha. Anyway, well, the people can't see me right now. They can only see you, so the twirling mustache doesn't matter anyway. Anyway, Joe, anything to shout out?
What's Twitter?
It's still twitter.com. You call it twitter.com now.
I don't think they can rename
No, it goes by X. Don't call it by that name.
They definitely can't rename it to X. Though.
Formerly Twitter.
They
Don't
definitely
email.
can't. Like, the logo is already sus enough.
Wow, sussy.
When I see it on my browser, I'd be like, what the hell did I leave open?
There's apparently also like the possibility for mass amounts of lawsuits for their X thing because other people have that logo in a lot of places.
It's almost like the man who made it is a dumbass.
You're telling me naming a business after a single letter wasn't the
What?
smartest idea ever? Oh, it's crazy.
Anyway, yeah, Joe, there's shout-outs, no? Okay. So, me, tomorrow we'll discuss Galarian/Pathfinder related lore stuff. Make sure to check that out. It'll be cool. That'll be around 1 p.m. EST. And then Friday I'll be doing some Fallout 4. If you're looking for Discussing Tabletop, that'll be on Saturday. The only thing I'm saying this week is I might be slightly delayed. I have some things going on during the day, and so I might be doing it like 7 instead of 6. I will let people know on Friday whether I have to change that schedule. I don't know by then. And then the show every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Make sure to check out my YouTube sites linked below. That's a lot of my tabletop-related stuff, and these episodes go up there. If you want to see the past episodes, that's the best place to see it. Where the breaks and stuff are edited out. I do have a Discord. I have the website formerly known as Twitter that is now still just twitter.com. I got one of those links too. And yeah, just the usuals. If you're watching this on live on Twitch, give me a follow here. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to give it a subscription, like, bell, all those kind of things, comment, and all that kind of jazz on that site. Because, I mean, honestly, we've got the nice chat window open here for if you're live. So, both of them, hey, great, thank you, hi, hello, and goodbye. Good night, have a good time. Make sure to check us out next week. And I'm saying farewell for now, good night, and I'll probably be less headachy and more on actual camera next time, so bye! And you can't see me hand waving. Wait, I can turn that back on.
Goodbye.
I can turn this hand wave back on. There we go. Bye! See my hand, bye!